Hello everybody, it is Monday, October 24th, and today, because it is my right as a musician, I'm going to tell you 50 band jokes, hopefully within 4 minutes. So here we go. How many second violinists does it take to change a light bulb? None, they can't get up that high. How many string bass players does it take to change a light bulb? None, the piano player can do that with his left hand. What's the difference between a violin and a bass? A bass burns longer. Why are harps like elderly parents? Both are unforgiving and hard to get in and out of cars. How long does a harp stay in tune? About 20 minutes or until someone opens a door. What do you get when you drop a piano down a mine shaft? A flat minor. What do you get when you drop a piano on an army base? A flat major. How do you get two piccolo players to play in tune? You shoot one of them. How many clarinetists does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but he'll go through an entire box of bulbs to find just the right one. How many trumpet players does it take to change a light bulb? Only one. They just hold up the bulb and the world revolves around them. What do trumpet players use as birth control? Their personalities. What's the difference between trumpet players and government bonds? Government bonds eventually mature and earn money. How do you get a trombone player off your front porch? Pay him for your pizza. How do you get a trombone player to drive faster? Take the domino sign off his car. How do you fix a broken tuba? With a tuba glue! Why are orchestra intermissions limited to only 20 minutes? So you don't have to retrain the drummers. What do you call someone that hangs out with a bunch of musicians? A percussionist. What did the drummer get on his IQ test? Drool. What's the difference between a soprano and a terrorist? You can negotiate with a terrorist. How many altos does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2. One to screw it in and the other to say, "Isn't that a little high for you?" What do you get when you play contemporary music backwards? Contemporary music. Why do bagpipe players walk while they play? To get away from the noise. Know how to make $1 million singing jazz? Start with 2 million. How many jazz musicians does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. Jazz musicians can't afford light bulbs. What's the difference between a bull and an orchestra? The bull has the horns in the front and the asshole in the back. What's the difference between a conductor and a sack of fertilizer? The sack. What's the difference between autoclef and Greek? Some people can actually read Greek. What do you do with a horn player that can't play? Give him 2 sticks, put him in the back, and call him a percussionist. What if he can't do that? Take away one of the sticks, put him in the front, and call him a conductor. What's the first thing a musician says at work? Would you like fries with that? What do you call a musician without a significant other? Homeless. What's the difference between a musician and a large pizza? A large pizza can feed a family of 4. How do you keep your violin from being stolen? Put it in a viola case. What's the difference between a trumpet and a trampoline? You take your shoes off to jump on a trampoline. Why is a viola solo like a bomb? By the time you hear it, it's too late to do anything about it. Why don't violists play hide and seek? Because no one will look for them. How do you know if there's a percussionist at your door? The knocking speeds up. How do you know if you're dating a French horn player? When they kiss you, they put their hand up your butt. A conductor and a bowling ball are dropped off a plane. Which one hits the ground first? Who cares? What's the difference between a clarinet and a mouse? You can't hear a mouse squeak over the entire band. What do you call a bass clarinetist with half of a brain? Gifted. What's the difference between a tenor saxophone and a macaw? One is loud, obnoxious, and noisy, and the other one is a bird. How do you know when a saxophone player is at your door? They don't know which key to use or where to enter. How do you get a hold of a baritone player? Euphonium! What's the difference between an onion and a flute? Nobody cries when you chop up a flute. What do you call a good flute section? Impossible. How can you tell that a kid on a playground is a trombonist's kid? He can't swing and he complains about the slide. How do you get a trumpet player to stop playing? Put music in front of him. What did Johnny's mother tell him when he said, "When I grow up, I want to be a trumpet player"? But Johnny, you can't do both. What's the difference between a musician and a park bench? The park bench can support a family of 4. Okay, so that was a little bit more than 4 minutes, but it was pretty close. So I hope you enjoyed those. Yeah, so I decided that next Monday I am going to go trick-or-treating. I'm going to go buy a costume, and I'm going to find some residential neighborhood. I don't care where. Me and Christy, we're going to go, and anyone else who wants to come from my floor, I guess. We're going to go, and we're going to trick-or-treat, and we're going to get free candy, and I will let you know how that goes. So I'll see you next Monday. Bye!